Principle 4. Follow the path of synchronicities. Manifesting what you want is not about creating your desire out of thin air. It's about following the synchronicities that lay before you long enough for your goal to naturally materialize. The fourth piece of hidden wisdom is not part of the mainline story. It's a side quest. You don't need to complete it in order to beat the game, but I'm including this as a hidden piece of wisdom because the side quest is quite interesting and it's truly reflective of how manifestation actually works. I'm talking about the infamous Biggoron Sword Side Quest. The Biggoron Sword is a special blade made by the Goron tribe and is the most powerful weapon in the game. To get it, Link must make a series of trades with characters throughout Hyrule, and it's a perfect example of how following the breadcrumbs that reality shows you initiates a chain reactions of events that leads to incredibly rewarding circumstances. To start this quest, you talk to the cuckoo lady who gives you a pocket egg. The egg then hatches into a chicken, which in the game they call them cuckoos. I used to think they were called cuckoos, but I googled that also and it's cuckoos. And then the chicken, you use it to wake up some dude sleeping in a house. You then take the chicken back to the cuckoo lady and she gives you a rare blue cuckoo, which you trade for an odd mushroom. The mushroom is used to make the odd potion, which you then take to the next character to get the poacher saw. The poacher saw is then traded for a broken Biggoron sword, which you can't use because, well, it's broken. You take the broken sword to the giant Goron at the top of Death Mountain, who wants to fix it, but he can't because his eyes are irritated from the volcano's eruption. He gives you a prescription to take to another character that gives you an eyeball frog to turn that into eye drops. You take the eyeball frog to a professor who turns the frog into the eye drops for the big Goron. And finally, you take the eye drops back to the giant Goron and he gives you a perfectly made Biggoron sword. Now, the hidden wisdom in this side quest is simple yet tremendously powerful, because the single biggest factor that prevents people from manifesting what they want out of reality is the false belief that your journey needs to be a perfectly straight line. But that's not how this game works, and it's certainly not how reality works either. Like, think about that for a second. If you started this quest on your first playthrough, and you also didn't look up any strategy guides on the internet on how to complete it, it wouldn't make any sense at all that an egg eventually turns into the strongest weapon in the game. Like, that just doesn't add up and it doesn't make any logical sense, but that's exactly the point. This is precisely how synchronicity works in our reality too. You see, the true nature of reality is that it has a cause and effect relationship. One opportunity leads to another, until an exceptional reality is materialized. But 98% of people are too short-sighted and don't see it that way. They desperately want to be at level 10, but only see level 1 in front of them. And because level 1 looks too small or random, they disqualify it as a valid step on the path in the creation of level 10. They're expecting reality to hand them a big Goron sword directly, and when it hands them a chicken egg instead, they assume the universe either made a mistake or they're doing something wrong. But there are no mistakes and nothing is random. The egg was just the first domino, and without needing to know the next step or have confirmation that this small opportunity is meaningful, Link just follows the path, which allows the second domino to appear, and then the third, and then the fourth, etc., etc. This is why most people break the chain of their highest manifestations before they ever give it a chance to compound into something bigger. They take one step, and if the outcome doesn't feel significant enough, they get discouraged or they start overanalyzing whether they're even on the right path at all. That overanalysis and self-criticism after every single step is what disconnects you from following the flow of synchronicities in the first place. Because you're no longer present to what's actually in front of you, you're too busy auditing whether you're doing it right. Genuine manifestation is less about strategically planning out every step and more so about trusting the step right in front of you, because you're confident that what you desire is already done and it just takes a little bit of time and action for it to reveal itself. In a sense, the wisdom here is to stop treating your reality like a test you either pass or fail, and to start treating it like one big ongoing experiment, trusting that the universe will do the heavy lifting for you. That's the energy of synchronicity in real time. There's no anxiety or worry about getting to the goal itself, because the path is the goal, and the manifestation of your desires is simply the default byproduct of simply following the path of synchronicities. And when you fully embody this perspective and understand the mechanics, smaller dominoes knock down bigger dominoes, and what you previously thought was an impossible accomplishment now becomes a natural result of self-mastery and motion. You don't need to have everything figured out right this second. You just need to trust yourself and God enough to allow yourself to be present to where you're at now, and just follow the little intuitive nudges from the universe pointing you in the right direction. And especially for the entrepreneurs and creators that are already past level 10, which many of my clients are already in those categories, this perspective is even more relevant, because aligning with the energy of manifestation is the literal difference between staying at level 10 and breaking through to level 100 or even level 1,000 or even level 1,000,000. If you're an entrepreneur or creator and you're done settling for less than you deserve and you're ready to break through your revenue barriers, I'm hosting a free live masterclass soon on everything that goes into reality creation and business success. You can tap the link in the description to check the dates and secure your spot.